scene. State police found 34-year-old Kenda Vasilishin dead in her bedroom around 9 this morning. Investigators are still at the house as night falls. Around 5:30, the state police at Warren tell me they're charging Kenda's husband with murder, but he's nowhere to be found. Gregory Scott Vasilishin is known to his neighbors as Scott. He's 40 years old, about 5'8", 145 pounds, with brown hair and hazel eyes. He was last seen driving a dark green 1999 Dodge Ram pickup with Pennsylvania plates YLW 8238. Kendra Vasilishin was a hairdresser in downtown Warren. Her boss describes her as a free spirit who loved and trusted people. Perhaps she trusted Scott too much. He reportedly has a record and has been known to abuse drugs. Now he's wanted for the third Warren County murder in just 3 months, a statistic which has neighbors on edge.
You think, oh, it's gotten bad, that's the worst. And in this, it just gets worse and worse.
State police in Warren are looking for information. If you know Scott Vasilishin or have seen him or his truck, call 814-728-3600. Now, police don't know if Scott Vasilishin has left the area. They're still trying to figure out why he called a New York City news outlet this morning to say that he killed his wife. I'm Scott Cook, live in the newsroom for 12 News. Coverage you can count on.
And Kenda Vasilishin leaves behind 2 daughters from a previous marriage.
Part of Route 5 in Fairview is closed tonight. Crews are trying to restore power, phone, and cable service to hundreds of customers. It happened after a car ran into a utility pole between Dutch and Eaton Road.
A reality check from Ozzy and Kelly Osbourne. Goes the extra 8 mile with ER's Mackay Pfeiffer. At Hidden Howie, jail find them. Your local news is next.
Coming up at 11, it looks like Wesleyville will not be merging with the Erie Police Department after all. We'll tell you why. And we'll have the latest on the case of a local man charged with murdering his wife. 12 News is next.
You're watching WICU 12. Coverage you can count on. This is 12 News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Amanda Post.
And I'm Kevin McDowell. The police merger between Erie and Wesleyville came to a screeching halt tonight. Officials made the announcement at a public meeting this evening. Now, Erie police were worried about how it was going to affect their pension. But that wasn't the reason the deal fell apart. 12 News' James Smith is live at Erie Police Headquarters with the story. James.
Kevin, police officers here are breathing a sigh of relief tonight that this merger deal will not go through. So too are residents of Wesleyville. They're breathing a sigh of relief tonight as well. Most of the Wesleyville residents who packed the Borough Hall tonight were there in protest. They're against the proposed merger between their police force and the EPD. They were soon shocked to learn their trip to this public meeting was worthless.
Whether you're for it or against it at this point, it doesn't matter too much. Okay, simply because right now, because of the way the law is, it can't happen.
It can't happen because borough and city officials just found out Pennsylvania statutes will not allow a police merger between a borough and a city.
I didn't know that until yesterday. You know, you can do boroughs to boroughs, boroughs to township, township to township, but there's no city to township or city to borough.
This, coupled with opposition from Erie police officers, concerned how this merger would affect their pensions, brought talks of a merger to a screeching halt.
Because it's a very good idea, excellent idea. But right now there's just too many problems with it.
Right now, Wesleyville has its own police cars, but it costs so much to run this department, about $290,000 a year, that the Borough Council president says that in a couple of years, this community might not be able to afford its own department.
There's only so much money that goes around. This borough can't grow, okay? And a small municipality like this is limited on their resources, be it their real estate taxes and the rest.
Everybody should stand up and be willing to pay a few more dollars in taxes to keep our guys here. We know them on a first-name basis. We don't want to lose them.
So the two police departments will remain separate, of course. The only way this merger deal will ever pick up steam again is if Harrisburg were to change the state statute, which would allow a city police force to merge with the boroughs. Live downtown, I'm James Smith for 12 News. Coverage you can count on.
Yeah, the hope was to have grants pay for the merger. In fact, Wesleyville said that they would have saved $70,000 in the first year alone.
Erie City Council will have some help crunching numbers for next year's budget. Council members voted tonight to hire an accountant at $12 an hour. He'll help the council wade through Mayor Rick Filippi's proposed budget. Council President Jim Thompson says they'll need the help from a professional because they only have 4 weeks to deliberate before they vote on the budget. The mayor will present his budget to council a week from tonight. The State House of Representatives passed a bill requiring cell phone users to pay $1.25 a month to finance emergency communications. $1 would go toward a system that allows emergency dispatchers to locate a wireless caller in need of help, and 25 cents would help fire and emergency services buy new communication equipment. It now goes to the Senate for consideration.
A Warren man accused of killing his wife is in a Las Vegas jail tonight. He's 40-year-old Gregory Vasilishin. Meanwhile, 12 News' Scott Cook did some digging into the suspect's criminal past today. Scott's in the newsroom now with the details on that. And this guy was no stranger to Las Vegas police, was he?
That's right, Kevin. The Pennsylvania native lived in Las Vegas for less than 6 months, and police out there tell me he compiled quite a rap sheet. Scott Vasilishin's run from the law ends at a Las Vegas hotel. Local police here spotted Vasilishin near a casino on Fremont Street. After taking him into custody, a search of his hotel room turns up 2 bags of rock cocaine, a crack pipe, and several $1,000s. Scott Vasilishin will now face murder charges in Warren County. He's accused of killing his wife, Kenda. Her body found in the bedroom of their home off Route 6 outside the city of Warren, wrapped in sheets with severe wounds to her head. Police say Vasilishin used an axe to murder his wife. The two were just married in Las Vegas this past May. Las Vegas police say Vasilishin is no stranger. He lived there for about 6 months in 1997. In that time, he was arrested for robbery, possession of drug paraphernalia, trespassing, and petty larceny, and then convicted of felony larceny. Vasilishin has a record which spans the country: the Vegas crimes, robbery here in Pennsylvania, another in Connecticut, and trafficking stolen property in Florida. Now he's in jail for murder, and a small Pennsylvania community mourns the death of a young mother of 2.
God bless her soul. God rest her soul, that poor kid. I just feel so bad for her family.
Vasilishin is in a Nevada jail tonight awaiting extradition here to Pennsylvania. I'm Scott Cook, live in the newsroom for 12 News, coverage you can count on.
And police are not talking about how exactly they tracked Vasilishin to Las Vegas.
Penelec was busy restoring power to hundreds of customers tonight. The power went out in most of Edinburgh and parts of Waterford right about 7:30. Officials say it started after a transformer fire in Edinburgh. 1,500 customers were affected by the outage. Penelec had all power restored, though, by 9 o'clock.